Good evening. My name is Adam Dove, and I would like to welcome everybody to the 2nd and 3rd grade Drama Club Showcase. Tonight, you'll see 2nd and 3rd grade actors and actresses performing the poetry of Shel Silverstein, as well as a play titled Nursery Rhyme News. We have been working hard together for the past 2 months to put together this show. We have been meeting across the Zoom platform. Some students attend in person, some students attend virtually, but we've come together on Zoom to practice and to put together this performance. Before we go on though, I want to take a moment to thank all family and friends that have worked with the students over the last 2 months on lines, setting up the computer, costumes, and any other activities you did to help them continue to hone their skill and become the amazing actors and actresses you will see tonight. We've had a lot of fun together. We had a lot of fun putting the show together. And without further ado, I would like to present to you the 2nd and 3rd grade Drama Club Showcase featuring the poetry of Shel Silverstein and a play titled Nursery Rhyme News.
If you're a dreamer, come in. If you're a dreamer, a wisher, a liar, a hoper, a frayer, a magic bean buyer. If you're a pretender, come sit by my fire. For we have some flax golden tales to spin. Come in, come in. Captain Hook.
Captain Hook must remember not to scratch his toes. Captain Hook must watch out and never pick his nose.
Captain Hook must be gentle when he shakes your hand. Captain Hook must be careful opening sardine cans.
And playing tag and pouring tea and turning pages of his book.
Lots of folks are glad I ain't, but mostly Captain Hook.
Medusa!
Coil and hiss, wrist and twist, my hairdo won't get done, 'cause one hair's hissing ponytail.
And one yells simple bun, one whispers cornrows.
One screams bangs, one shouts just wash it and dry it. One snaps no curl it and tie it.
One hollers bleach and dye it. But how am I to fix my hair if my hair will not keep quiet?
There. There's a polar bear in the Frigidaire. He likes it because it's cold in there with the sea in the meat and his face in the fish and his big hairy paws in the buttery dish. He's nibbling the noodles and he's munching the rice.
He's slurping the soda and he's licking the ice. He lets out a roar.
And it gives me a scare to know he's in there, that polar bear in our Frigidaire.
No grown-ups allowed.
No grown-ups allowed.
No grown-ups allowed. We're playing a game and we don't need to be careful or don'ts.
No grown-ups allowed. We're forming a club and secret oath must not be shown.
No grown-ups allowed. We're going out for pizza. No one but me and my crowd.
So just stay away. Now it's time to pay.
Grown-ups allowed. Complaining Jack. Complaining Jack. This morning, while Jack in the Box popped out and wouldn't get back in the box, he cried, "Hey, there's a tack in the box and it's cutting me through and through."
There also is a crack in the box, and I never find a snack in the box.
And sometimes I hear a quack in the box because a duck was in here too.
Complain, as all he did, I finally had to close the lid.
My robot. I told my robot to do my bidding. He yawned and said, "You must be kidding." I told my robot to cook me a stew. He said, "I've got better things to do." I told my robot to sweep the chef. He said, "You want me to straighten my back?" I told my robot to answer the phone. He said, "I have to make some calls of my own."
I told my robot to bring me some tea. He said, why don't you make some tea for me? I told my robot to boil me an egg. He said, first let me hear you beg. I told my robot there's a song you can play me. He said, how much are you going to pay me? So I sold my robot because I never knew exactly who belonged to who.
Noise
Day!
Let's have one day for girls and boys is when you can make the grandest noises. Screech, scream, holler, yell, buzz a buzzer, clang a bell.
Sneeze, hiccup, whistle, shout, laugh, ha ha ha, until your lungs wear out. Do a whistle, kick a can, bang a spoon against a pan.
Sing, yellow, bellow, hum, blow a horn, beat a drum, rolling window, slam the door, scrape a rake across the floor.
Use a drill, shout Yahoo,
Turn up the music all the way.
Try and bounce your bowling ball. Ride a skateboard up the wall. Chomp your food with a smack and a slurp.
Chew, chomp, hiccup, burp. One day a year, do all of these. The rest of the days, be quiet, please.
If the world was
crazy. If the world was crazy, you know what I'd eat? A big slice of soup and a whole quart of meat. A lemonade sandwich, and then I might try some roasted ice cream or a bicycle pie.
A nice notebook salad, an underwear roast, an omelet of hats, and some crisp cardboard toast. Thick molten milk made from pencils and daisies, and that's what I'd eat if the world was crazy.
If the world was crazy, you know what I'd will. A chocolate soup and a tie of eclair, some marshmallow earmuffs, some licorice juice, and I'd read a paper of peppermint news. I'd call the boy Susie, I'd call the girls Harry. I'd talk to my ears, and I always would carry a paper umbrella for when it hazy to keep in the rain if the world was crazy.
If the world was crazy,
You know
you
what
know what
I'd
I'd do?
I'd walk
on
in
the
the
ocean and swim
swim
in
in my shoe. I'd fly through the ground. I'd
grounds
skip through the air.
I'd
I'd
run
take
down
the bathtub and bathe on my sail. When I met somebody, I would say, goodbye, Joe. And when I was leaving, I would say, hello. And the greatest of men would be silly and lazy. So I would be king if the world was crazy.
People Zoo.
I got grabbed by the elk and the caribou, and they tied me up with the vine lasso, and they whisked me away to Animaloo, where they locked me up in the People Zoo.
Now I'm here in a cage that is small as can be. You can't let wild people just run around free. I'm fed bread and tea 2:45, and all the animals come and gander at me. They point and they giggle, and sometimes they spit. There's bars on my cage so they can't poke or hit. They scream, do a trick, but I stubbornly sit, not doing nothing but thinking a bit.
So if you come and visit, just howl, honk, or moo, and try to pretend you're an animal too. Because if you're a person, they'll throw you in the cage too. Do you're an animal, Lou.
Sick.
Sick.
I cannot go to school today, said little Peggy and McKay. I have measles and the mumps and a gash and a rash and purple bumps.
Mouth is wet, my throat is dry. I'm going blind in my right eye. My tonsils are as big as rocks. I've counted 16 chicken pox, and there's one more, that's 17. And don't you think my face looks green?
My leg is cut, my eyes are blue. It might be an asthmatic flu. I cough and sneeze and gasp and choke. I'm sure that my left leg is broke. My hip hurts when I move my chin. My belly button is caving in.
My back is wrenched, my ankles sprained, my appendix pains each time it rains. My nose is cold, my toes are numb. I have a sliver in my thumb. My neck is stiff, my voice is weak. I hardly whisper when I speak.
My tongue is filling up my mouth. I think my hair is falling out. My elbows bent, my spine ain't straight. My temperature is 108.
My brain is shrunk, I cannot hear. There is a hole inside my ear. I have a hangnail. My heart is what? What's that? What's that you say? You say today is Saturday?
Goodbye.
Goodbye. I'm going outside.
Lion Larry.
Larry.
Larry's such a liar. He tells outrageous lies. He says he's 99 years old and said only 5. He says he lives up on the moon.
He says he once flew. He says he's really 6'4" instead of really 3'2". He says he has $1 billion instead of just one dime.
He says he rode a dinosaur back in some distant time. He says his mother is the moon who taught him magic spells. He says his father is the wind who rings the morning bells.
He says he can take stones and rocks and turn them into gold. He says he can take burning fire and turn it freezing cold. He said he'd send me 7 elves to help me with my chores. But Larry's such a liar. He only sent me 4.
Clean Gene!
Clean Gene is really clean. He is a Bath Banditic. He has 6 washstands in his room and 12 tubs in the attic.
He'll wash before he goes to school. He'll rinse when he gets there. At recess, you can find him rubbing shampoo in his hair. He buys each new deodorant to keep him smelling sweet. He hires a manicurist for each toenail on his feet.
He always plays baseball with a he will only play baseball with a Q-tip in each hand in case his ears get gritty from the wind and blowing sand.
He wears a plastic bubble so no germs can touch his shirt. He will not eat potatoes because potatoes grow in dirt.
Carries toothpaste, anal brush, and floss with zest and zeal before and after and I'm sorry.
During every meal. He has a shower above his bed to spray a soapy steam just in case he should ever get dirty in his dreams. He's hired a man named Henry Grudge, and when he goes to play, Grudge runs beside him with a sponge to wipe his sweat away.
He's built a special music tub that he can sit right in case, alongside the music teacher while he plays the violin.
So if you ever visit Gene, make sure that your jeans are clean. Make sure you bring along a tub. Make sure your nails are scrubbed. Leave your shoes out in the hall if you visit Gene at all.
Good evening and welcome to NRN Nursery Rhyme News.
We are the place where you hear the truth behind all nursery rhymes.
Tonight you'll hear tales from nursery rhymes that will make you laugh.
You will hear tales that will make you cry.
Most importantly, you'll hear the truth behind the rhymes.
Our first report will finally tell us the truth behind about Jack and Jill and what really happened on that hill.
Let's go to our scene reporter, Wanda Wills, at the hill.
Good evening. I am here at the hill with Jack and Jill. They have had a rough day. In case you haven't heard, here's what happened. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. Jack and Jill, can you tell me what happened on that day? Here I can. So it was dinner time.
Actually, it was lunchtime.
Yeah, that's right. So it was lunchtime and we were getting ready to eat, but we noticed that we didn't have anything to drink. Oh, my head.
So we decided to walk to the well and get some water. Little did we know that the trip would be such a disaster. Ouch.
So all this happened because you wanted some water to have with your lunch?
I guess it did. I was so thirsty, so I grabbed a pail from that house and we headed toward the hill, the well. We also grabbed a snack to take on our walk.
I still don't know why the well is up this big hill, but we were thirsty, so we walked up the hill. At least we had the snack to close us over until lunch.
It's a big hill. I'm sure it took a while to climb.
It did, but we knew it would be worth it. When we got to the top of the hill, I took the bucket, tied it to the rope, and we got some water.
Then we started to head home. Jack took a step, and the next thing I knew, he was rolling down the hill.
Oh no, what happened?
I don't remember. I just slipped, and the next thing I knew, I was at the bottom of the hill and my head hurt.
I saw him rolling and started to look down and see where I fell, but it was too late. I slipped up and began tumbling down too.
Wow, that is scary. You both seem in pain. I do have some good news. I did some investigating, and I know how you fell.
You do?
Do you remember what you had for the snack while walking?
Yeah, the banana.
Jack, what did you do with your banana when you finished?
I sort of tossed it on the ground.
Let me guess. We tossed it on the ground near the top of the hill.
There you have it, the truth to why Jack and Jill fell down the hill. For Anna and I wanted to well, now back to the studio.
Wow, such a painful slip caused by a little banana.
At least they're okay. They have a few bumps and pains, but it could have been worse.
That was a close call. Our next incident involves a fall, but it was a little messier.
Let's go to our senior reporter, Carly Almett, with the truth behind Humpty Dumpty.
Good evening. I'm at the wall where a terrible crisis has happened. In case you haven't heard, Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together. As you can hear, we have quite a disaster here. I have two witnesses to the event. A king's man and a king's horse. How are you doing tonight?
I just don't know what to do. It is so horrible.
It is. I saw him fall and feared the worst.
So, I heard that Humpty Dumpty fell. Can you tell me what you saw?
I was riding my trusty friend here around the courtyard when I saw someone climbing the wall. Then we ran over to the wall to see what was going on.
When we got there, we saw a little round man sitting on a wall. I was worried he would hurt himself.
I called up to him to come down, but he just ignored me.
I even tried to beg him to come down.
Then the king came riding by.
And the little man looked startled and fell off the wall.
After he fell, the king ordered us to run up to the little man to try and help. I did my best, but I couldn't put the man, who it turns out was a giant egg, back together again.
Then the king got a real genius idea. He decided to ask us horses to try to put the Eggman back together. I think he missed the fact that we don't have fingers and our hooves would crush an egg.
Then the king sent us off in anger, and I apologized to the Eggman.
I wish we could have done more to help him.
Thank you. It sounds like you did your best. I have a treat for everyone tonight. Fresh off his fall, I present you Humpty Dumpty. How are you feeling?
Not great. I have a huge headache.
Could you tell us what happened?
Sure. I was out taking my dog for a walk. I looked away for a moment and he was gone.
Oh my, what did you do?
I looked and looked, but I couldn't find him. Then I saw the wall and thought that I could see farther if I climbed the wall. So I did.
So that's why you climbed the wall.
It sure is. While I was looking, I heard men riding horses, but didn't worry about them because I was looking for my dog. I figured they were just walking around the kingdom.
Didn't you hear them call up to you?
Nope, I was so high up that I couldn't hear much. But when I looked down again, I saw the king. I was startled because I thought he would be angry. I was on the wall. Then I slipped and fell. The next thing I remember, I was sitting in a bed with all these bandages. All I could smell was super glue.
So you don't remember the king's men trying to help you? The king's men and the king's horses trying to help you?
I do not, although it does seem silly for a horse to try and put an egg together. It turns out that I was picked up by a little old lady who is a local artist. She took me home, glued me back together, and here I am.
Wow, that was kind of her. So there you have it, the story behind the fall and how Humpty Dumpty finally got put back together again. For NRN, I'm Carly Alma. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Carly. Wow, that fall sounds painful.
It sure does. I bet it even hurts more for an egg.
Luckily, that nice lady put Humpty together again.
I hope he is more careful in the future.
Yeah, now on to our next story. It features a whole group of characters on a quite interesting evening.
Live at the scenes of this crazy event, we have many Maddie, can you hear us?
I sure can. It has been quite a ridiculous evening here in the countryside. For those who haven't heard, here's what happened. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. The cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such sport, and the dish ran away with the spoon. With me is the dog who witnessed the entire event. How are you this evening?
I'm great, Mandy, but I just can't stop laughing.
What is so funny?
Didn't you hear about everything that happened? It's just crazy and hilarious.
It is an interesting evening, but I am not losing it laughing like you are. Can you tell me more?
Let me see if I can do this without laughing. I was just sitting around chewing on a bone when I heard the strangest thing. It was a cat playing a fiddle.
That sounds nice.
You would think, but actually, it was the most horrible music I've ever heard. It sounded like that cat was scratching that violin.
That doesn't explain why you're laughing so hard.
I'm getting there. Luckily, the cat got tired of playing and stopped, or so I thought. I went back to gnawing on my bone when a cow walked by. She stopped to eat some grass when the cat started playing again.
Did the cow like the music?
Oh no! This is the hilarious part. The cat's music scared the cow so much that she jumped over the moon.
I can see how that would make someone laugh.
Yeah, it was so funny. Well, I have to go tell my friends about the cow. See you later.
Well, that explains why the cow jumped over the moon. But what about the dish and the spoon? Excuse me, are you dish and spoon?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Can we help you?
I'm Mandy Moon from Nursery Rhyme News, and I'm investigating the crazy events that happened tonight. Can you tell me what happened?
Sure. I was sitting on a picnic blanket over there, waiting for a little girl to eat some ice cream with me. Then I heard a horrible sound. I was on the same blanket filled with blueberries. A little boy was eating them, and I heard a horrible sound.
What did you hear?
I am not sure. It sounded like some scratching. I heard it coming toward me, started to shake. The little girl dropped me on the ground and ran away. The little boy jumped and knocked all the blueberries out of me.
I saw a dish shaking and I picked her up by the hand.
And we began running.
We ran as fast as we could.
As you can see, we are still running.
Did you hear laughing after the scratching stopped?
Yes.
Yes!
I think I know what startled you.
You do? What is it?
If you look over there, you'll see a cat playing a fiddle. The cat isn't very good. To be honest, the cat is so bad at playing that it sounds like scratching.
Phew, that was great news.
Well, we better get back to our picnic blanket then.
Did I see a cow jump over the moon while we were running?
No way. Cows can't fly. You must be seeing things.
Well, there you have it. The crazy events of tonight were all due to a cat who can't play a violin. For NRN, I'm Andy Moon. Now back to the studio.
It sounds like a total night of craziness happened in the country.
It sure does. I think we need to get that cat some music lessons.
Let's move on to our next story. It is a story of a poor dog who is very hungry.
Here is Belinda Bones at Old Mother Herd's house in the middle of town with this sad story.
Thanks. This is a really sad story of a dog who has fallen on rough times. For those who haven't heard, here's what happened. Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to give the poor dog a bone. When she came there, the cupboard was bare, and so the poor dog had none. With me now, I have Old Mother Hubbard and her dog to tell us about this horrible event. How are you doing this evening?
Not too great. I feel horrible.
So hungry. I am.
I'm so sorry to hear. Can you tell me what happened?
Sure, Belinda. Last week I went shopping and bought a full bag of bones.
That sounds delicious. I could go for a bone now. So hungry.
I am so sorry. I can't say it enough.
I know.
Could you tell me what happened?
Of course. Earlier today, I went outside to exercise by chasing cars, cats, and birds. After having all that fun, I came home expecting to be fed, and there was nothing. I am so hungry.
Do you all have any idea where the bones are?
I think that we might have been robbed. Or maybe another dog snuck in and took them. Or maybe it was Jack Sprat's wife. She is always carrying around bones.
Really? I am sure you just forgot to buy them and is trying to cover it up. Oh.
I bought them, I promise.
Sure, whatever. Just admit you didn't buy them. So hungry.
Phone ring. Ring. Excuse me for one moment. Hello? Yes? Okay, thank you very much. I have great news for everyone.
What is it?
Sure it is. The bones have been found. That call was from the supermarket. It appears Old Mother Hubbard did buy the bones.
I told you I did.
I don't see any.
That is because the bones were left on the counter in the grocery store. They are being delivered now.
So that's where they were. I am so sorry I forgot them.
I hope they get here soon. Sorry I didn't believe you.
There you have it. The case of the missing bones has been solved. It turns out they weren't on the counter the whole time. I'm sure there is a dog who will be very happy when they arrive. For NRN, I'm Belinda Bones. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Belinda. I love when a story that is so sad ends up being an honest mistake.
Me too. I am also happy to hear that the dog will get to eat soon. He sure looked miserable.
We have one more story for this segment of Nursery Rhyme News. It is a story of surprise and fear.
It is a story about food and spider. Yuck. I don't like spiders. Let's go to our on the scene report, Olivia Ogman, with all the icky details.
Thanks. I am here with a very frightened young lady who has a mess to clean up. For those who haven't heard, here's what happened. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider that sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away.
It still gives me the creeps.
Sorry, I hate to bring it up again, but can you tell me about this dreadful event?
Yeah, I guess I can.
Thanks. If you ever get too scared, feel free to take a break.
Thanks. So my mom made me some curds and whey, or as you call it, cottage cheese.
I always wonder what they were. Continue.
So my little brother was bugging me, and I wanted to eat them in peace. So I picked up my tuffet, or as you call it, a padded stool, and went on my porch to enjoy my curds and whey.
That sounds comfortable. Then what happened?
While I was eating, a disgusting spider snuck up on me and scared me. I was so scared, I ran away, dropping my curds and whey.
That is horrible.
Hold on 1 minute.
What are you doing here?
I came to clear my name.
You're a nasty spider. Can't seem to stay away.
That's what I'm saying. You freaked out and ran away, but there's more to the story.
I think we need to let her talk. Maybe she can clear up this scary event.
Thanks. So it was a lovely day, and I was out for a walk around the house because my little sister was bugging me.
That sounds like what happened to me.
Exactly. I saw that you were being bothered and looking for a quiet space. I thought since we had a similar problem, we could talk while you were eating.
I think I see where this is going.
So I came down on a thread to sit by you and talk, but before I could say hello, you yelled, jumped up, almost dumped cottage cheese on me and ran away. I was sad because all I wanted to do was talk and make a new friend.
I feel horrible. You just snuck up on me and I'm scared of bugs.
Well, I'm not really a bug. I'm an arachnid, and I really didn't mean to scare you.
Thank you. I believe you. Would you like to join me in the other room for some curds and whey?
I would love to join you, but would pass on the curds and whey. I just ate a nice juicy fly.
Nasty! As long as you don't make me eat a fly, I won't give you my curds and whey. Let's go.
So there you have it. What seemed to be a tale of fear and horror turns out to be a simple misunderstanding and blossoms into a new friendship. For Nursery Rhymes News, I'm Olivia Ottoman. Now back to the studio.
I am so glad the spider wasn't trying to attack Little Miss Muffet.
Me too. It looks like they will be great friends. I love when stories have happy endings.
Speaking of stories, I hope have a happy ending to our next story. It takes us to the fields where Bo Peep lost her sheep.
Oh no, that is terrible. I hope she finds them. Let's go to our on the scene. Report Frank Fields with the story of missing sheep.
Thanks. I'm here with Little Bo Peep. She has a big problem. In case you haven't heard, here's what's happening. Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep and doesn't know where to find them. Leave them alone and they'll come home, grabbing their tails behind them.
Oh, no. I can't believe this happened.
Well, excuse me, Bo Peep. Can I help you?
Yes, I have lost all my sheep and I don't know where to find them.
Where did you last see them?
I was in the field. They were grazing. Then I saw a pretty flower patch at the edge of the field. I walked over to look at them, and then poof, they were gone.
Oh no, that is horrible. Where have you looked?
I looked in the field, at the barn, and in the neighbor's cow pasture. I even looked by the woods, but they know not to go too close to the woods because of the wolves.
The wolves?
Oh no, the wolves! This is all my fault. I went to look at a flower, and now my poor sheep has been captured by the wolves. I feel horrible.
Everything will be okay. I'm sure they are fine right now. I was once given great advice. If you lose your sheep, you should leave them alone because they are sure to come home.
Really? Do you think I should just wait quietly and they'll return?
I do.
Okay, I'll try it. I'll wait over there and hope they come back. Thanks.
Well, let's just calm down now. I wonder where the sheep are.
Hello, where is everyone?
Excuse me, can I help you?
Ah, stay back. Who are you? You aren't a wolf, are you?
No. I'm just a reporter.
Who? Bo Peep told us to always avoid wolves.
I bet she also told you to stay away from the woods where the wolves are.
Yeah, how did you know that? Have you seen her?
I have. She was looking for you.
That's great. Where is she? I need to find her and take her to the others.
The others?
Yeah, there's the sheep in the field way over there. We were eating and then Bo Peep disappeared, so we went looking for her. We crossed the river and then lost our way. The others were too scared to go anywhere and are still huddled together waiting to be found.
Well, this is your lucky day. I told Little Bo Peep to leave you alone so that you would come home. And here you are. She is over there waiting for you.
Little Bo Peep, it's me, Sheep.
I was so worried. I'm glad you are safe. The reporter was right. I left you alone and you came home. But wait, where are the rest of the sheep?
They're in a field. They're in the field across the river. We thought we lost you.
You will never lose me. I'm so sorry that I was paying attention to you all. Let's go get the others.
Well,
Thanks so much for your help.
But Little Bo Peep has been reunited with her sheep. Another tale of lost sheep gone right. All parties are heading home safe and sound. From Nursery Rhymers, I'm Franklin Fields. Now back to the studio.
I am so happy she found her sheep. She sure was worried.
The poor sheep seem so scared. Luckily, they are both safe and sound now. It is always good to see friends reunited.
Well, that's all we have for tonight. Join us next time to find out why Little Boy Blue is napping.
And find out why Jack Sprat couldn't eat no fat. We hope you have learned from tonight's show to not judge an event until you've heard all the facts.
With that, we wish you a good evening and remember,
the nursery rhyme truth is out there. All you have to do is look and listen.